Yeah, I started with that.
with the coffee, and then just start playing the song.
What are we talking about again? Clan, right?
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Magical Bro Transformation Podcast. I'm your host Nuny, joined by two beautiful guests. We are a man down from before. Sadly, I don't know, he all of a sudden got sick,
Little bitch
and
syndrome.
he had the little bitch syndromes, and couldn't make it today. Apparently, he has a little horse in his voice or something.
Hmm.
But joining me today are Juan and Mando from last week. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
So, since we started this podcast, I just realized that we never actually said when. Like, we said it amongst ourselves, but we never actually explained when we were releasing the episodes. At least that I can remember.
Nope.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll explain now. We're releasing the episodes every 2 weeks. Uh, I kind of want to release them on Mondays and hopefully have them out around Monday at midnight or Sunday at midnight, however you want to interpret that, and have it available Monday forward or whatever. And then 2 weeks after that Monday is when the next episode's going to come out. If all goes right. But also, this podcast is basically, as I've said before, in case you're new, in case you're listening for the first time or whatever, we just pick an anime, a random anime. Depending on the week, it's either going to be somewhat popular or somewhat obscure, depending on our definition. It's on the list. You can check it out on the links that's provided in the description. And we just essentially talk about it, rate it, and do all that good stuff, and pick another one for the following 2 weeks. And this anime is Angel Beats.
Yay.
Yay! Woo!
Yay.
Everybody loves it.
Yay.
But before we get into that, so has anything been going on with you guys ever since the
Uh,
last podcast?
anything new? I mean,
Anything new? Just whatever.
no, not really. Same boring life for the most part.
You guys haven't been able to see uh, the new Kizumonogatari movie by
No.
chance?
No, I've actually like really haven't been keeping up very well with the Monogatari series in general. I kind of fell behind like after maybe like 2 seasons ago, and so I've kind of been meaning to catch up on it. But then we started this thing. So
Now we started
yeah,
this thing and it ruined everything.
yeah, way to go, Nooney.
Yeah.
I never watched it.
Yay. I was planning on going with Mike this weekend, but then he got fucking sick. No, then
Oh no, then
then
that stupid job
yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah. Like stuff
stupid
happened
Mike
with him
ruins
and stuff happened
everything.
with me, and it just didn't work out. I was actually supposed to go with other people and go to Austin, meet up with Mark, and do all that good stuff, but stuff happens,
Troubles.
troubles, troubles and whatnot, money situations and all that good stuff. But here we are now. So essentially, I mean, I'm kind of sad that Mike isn't here because he was I think the only other person that hadn't seen Angel Beats other than me.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's something that he normally wouldn't watch on his own for sure. So I really wanted to kind of just
Like,
on
see
his
what he
own
thought
listen.
about it. It'd be
Yeah,
an interesting
exactly,
conversation.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. But to start it off, the synopsis is basically, death and reincarnation are inescapable. But what happens in between? Woo! Without warning and without his memories, a boy who only recalls his last name, Otanashi, wakes up next to a girl named Yuri, who offers him a gun and tells him to shoot an angel. Assuming it must be a misunderstanding, Otanashi, is then almost killed by the angel and is drawn to Yuri's army to delay the beginning of his next life.
That's a very misleading synopsis.
Yeah,
That's like the first 3 episodes at most.
yeah. I think it's like the first step. This is almost literally just the first
Yeah,
episode.
actually, yeah, that is just the first episode.
There's a plot twist.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like one of the things definitely that kind of threw me off about this when I first started watching it, maybe like 3-4 years ago or whatever, was just like how so serious it actually made itself out to be, and then when you actually really got into it, you realize that it was just like a stupid comedy show, and it was actually really really funny.
Yeah, and when the judging it just from the first episode, I was like, huh, this isn't what I expected at all. From like, nobody ever told me anything about it. Everybody was just like, oh yeah, I really like that series and whatever. The only thing I ever saw about it was the music and people playing music and all that shit.
Which is another good aspect.
Which is another good aspect. But when I started watching this anime, I was like, why are there guns? Where's the music, man?
This isn't K-On!
This isn't K-On! Where are my cute girls? Where's my Beck? But yeah, that kind of caught me off because I was expecting a musical anime. And actually,
well, I mean,
now go on.
Sorry, go ahead. We're stuck in an infinite loop now. Yeah, I mean, one of the the strong aspects of it was the music, though. In my opinion, at least, they had this sort of like reoccurring theme kind of going on where they use like the music of the in anime band as like background music a lot, and to where they kind of repeated like the main theme in various forms. Like they had like the actual opening of the anime later on as an actual song within the anime.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool stuff.
Yeah, speaking of the intro, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I really like that version a lot better than like the rock version, but the rock version sounds really cool.
Yeah, the rock version's pretty cool. The one that I actually played for the intro, I know you guys can't hear it. I wish you could, but it was a mixture of both, of like the clean version and kind of the rock version. Just played at the same time. It's alright. Huh. I like it.
That's cool. I really wish I could have heard it now.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You'll find it somewhere.
Why would you deny it? Why would you deny me and Juan the beauty of that song?
Yeah.
Because you heard echoes.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Also, this is the first podcast that we've ever had when at least a group of us isn't in a room together. So there aren't any visual cues or anything. We're just kind of talking into microphones and hearing the other people.
Yeah.
Like one gigantic phone call. One dirty phone call.
I'm hanging up.
Has anyone watched the English version? The dub?
No.
That's what I was gonna do.
I watched it and I liked it. I like the pacing. I like the voice casting that they did. Yeah, I like it. I thought it was pretty fitting.
You said you had already watched this before, right?
No, I never did.
No? Oh, okay. Cool. Where did you watch it?
Kiss Anime.
Okay. That's cool.
That's a legal site. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. But
obviously.
I was planning on doing the same thing that I did with Watamote because I figured, there's a popular enough anime. I'm pretty sure it has some kind of dub. But I completely forgot about it this entire week.
Yeah.
To the point where I was like, oh, I guess I'll just stop right here because I'm gonna finish this anime so quick.
Well, it kind of started out of necessity because I was multitasking. I was like, screw it, I can't read subtitles right now, so I'm gonna put it in English. And I was thinking it wasn't gonna be as great, and then as it went on, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. The casting is pretty good. The pacing, the jokes that they made, everything fit pretty well.
Who dubbed it?
I don't know.
I'll look.
It wasn't Funimation or anything like that. Some other studio.
It was probably some other studio.
Probably some other studio.
Oh, it's yeah. Shit, I don't even know what other studios there are besides that.
There's Sentai Filmworks.
Is
There's
Aniplex one of them? Am I thinking? Does Aniplex
um,
do dubs?
I don't
Is
think.
that similar?
I think they just do like distribution.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I could be
Um,
wrong. They could also be out of business by now.
yeah, I really don't know. One of the main reasons that like I didn't watch this was actually I didn't watch it in dubbed was because of a recommendation from Danny, our other friend Danny. For you that don't know, when I was watching this, I think I was like still in that transitional period where I was trying to get really into subs. It was really hard for me at first because I was just like reading I don't want to read when I'm watching.
Nobody wants
That's
to read.
hard. Yeah. And so I was just like, I think I'm gonna watch it dubbed, and he really advised me not to watch it in dubbed because of TK. TK is like the American
Uh,
character or the only English speaking character in the damn show.
Actually, Juan,
Um,
how
But
what uh, how, how does
well,
TK sound?
he sounds because I watched one of the OVAs. He sounds almost the same.
But does it make sense? Is it,
yeah, I
or
mean,
is he
like
just
it,
like
it
some
makes more
retarded?
sense.
Is he just like
Yeah,
some
he
retarded
doesn't make
American
sense.
guy?
Yeah, he doesn't make sense either. He's just dancing. He's just blurting out stuff, and they're like, and then they're like, I don't know what you're saying. Let's go.
I, I guess like it really seems like he's like in another universe or something if you
Yeah,
watch it in English.
yeah.
Um,
In the
I
intro, they're
kiss you
like, "This is
goodnight.
TK. He just dances and he like blurts out random stuff."
yeah, I mean, like that makes sense when you watch it in Japanese a lot, and that was one of the reasons that I just really didn't want to watch it in dubbed, and I was really glad that I didn't watch it dubbed after seeing that character because he was definitely my favorite character.
Yeah, he was my favorite too.
It's pretty cool. I feel like if I have this 3/4 episode rule where I give an anime at least like 3 or 4 episodes to see if I'm into it or not. Sometimes I'll go a little bit further and then just like either drop it or keep watching. But
Mm.
I feel like if I were to watch it at the same time that you did, Mondo, like
Hmm.
I'm
3 or 4 years ago.
assuming, yeah, like after we stopped living with each other, a little bit after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was. It was around that time.
I feel like I would have watched the first episode and I would have been like, I don't know, I don't really like it, and then I would have probably just not watched it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was when I initially watched it. I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff that I really didn't remember, and that I'm really glad that I rewatched it for. When I initially watched it, it was just like a lot of like little like details that I kind of just didn't really retain. But yeah, again because of like the pacing that it kind of changes a lot. It it definitely is one of those that you kind of have to see through a little bit before you really find out what it's.
Yeah, and I think the 3 to 4 episode rule that could be kind of misleading for anime or even I guess I don't know what I don't want to say Japanese storytelling, but I guess anime falls in that category because I think I read somewhere is that in anime they use the first few episodes. I don't know up to how long, just to introduce, and then they do like random episodes that really don't follow a story, and then
Fillers.
yeah stuff like that. But like you're getting closer to the end of the season, that's when it follows a plot.
Well, you see, Juan, most of the anime that I watch, I try and keep between, 12 episodes to 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'll watch something that's 26 episodes or whatever, and that's when,
Mhm.
that's when the other rule comes in where I'll watch maybe like 7 or 8 episodes.
Mm.
But most of the time, I'm watching something that isn't that long, so 3 or 4 episodes usually is like a decent amount of time given for me to know if I like it or not.
Yeah.
Like
But I've
whenever
seen
I
some.
go
Go
on.
ahead. I was gonna say I've seen some animes that like the whole season until the last 3 episodes is just random episodes and fillers and stuff, and then the last three are like plot driven.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah, like I kind of still agree with the whole like 3-4 episodes rule because I kind of do that like involuntarily. I just try to watch something and then if I don't like it, then I'm just not gonna watch it anymore. Um, and yeah, I do agree with what Juan says. Like definitely, there is a lot of like shows that the climax doesn't actually build up until like towards the end, or just like something really serious is happening towards the end of the season or something. But I also feel that if an anime is good overall, it's gonna have like aspects of it that are kind of just gonna keep you involved within it and gonna keep your attention and wanting you to watch it all. Um, there's a lot of shows that I've seen that have been like, oh, it's a comedy, but it's also
Just
a drama
random
or
crap.
something like that. So like at the beginning, yeah, it's gonna be really really funny or just like stupid, but in general good. And then like more towards the end is where like the drama starts happening, or like
Yeah.
seriousness or the climax or conflict or what have you.
I also like halfway through this, it reminded me of another like more newer anime, in that like the concept of this is so what's the word, like grand, that I was like, whoa, what are they gonna do with this, gigantic concept? And I understand they decided to focus on this, and this basically encompasses everybody there, because that's everybody that's stuck in this what's the word, purgatory-ish kind of place,
Yeah.
except there's stuff going on. But in the middle of it, I was like, oh, it kind of sucks that they're just like focusing on just one this like one storyline in this gigantic thing that could be something greater.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
overall, I was okay with it. I mean, because it's like I said, if this were younger me, I would have been like, man, fuck this. They could have done this and this and this and blah blah, and I would have been an annoying little shit about it. But because I've already seen like other things that have done this, or other seen like other ideas of just this is just a concept, and this is actual story. Like this is what you have to. This is what we want you to see going on.
Yeah.
I'm more open minded to it as than I would have been before.
Yeah, and I kind of like the sort of like towards the end that where they did the lore behind what's going on,
That
but
was
they
pretty
never.
great.
Yeah, but they never touched on it. I kind of like that because it opens up to interpretation, as in what happened, and it just gives it more realism. Because if you go into every story that they throw out there,
Yeah.
um, it 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 would just feel like an actual story. If they leave some sort of uh, what's
Ambiguity.
yeah, ambiguity, it makes it more grounded. I feel like.
I thought it was kind of funny that they fixed almost everybody's problems in 3 days.
Yeah.
Is that really like the time span of the whole thing? It was just 3
No,
days.
no, not the whole thing, but like in
Oh.
between Yuri passing out and then waking up in the hospital bed, the little 3 days
Yeah,
later
yeah,
popped
Yeah.
up, and everybody was almost all gone.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
It's like
keep
a
in mind they've
whoa,
been there since
where'd it go?
forever.
Yeah,
And
I,
they even hinted that Yuri has been there since like, oh, and she's quote unquote older than everybody.
mhm.
Called her grandma too.
Obacha. I thought it was in the beginning of the I forgot. I think it was the third episode or something. Or when was the first girl like when was vocalist of Girls Dead Monster like taken away? Was that like
She
right
was like,
in the
It
first or
was.
second episode?
It
it was
was.
like second, like towards the end of second, I think.
Was it the second? I don't
I
know if it was
think
that soon. Was it?
I think it was second or third. I remember I was like, damn, and I was like, oh wow, this is
Oh
pretty
wow,
early in
yeah.
the
Yeah, I mean,
story.
Like
it was
I
pretty
thought
early. Yeah.
I thought she was gonna be part of like more of it, because
Yeah,
another
she was my
thing.
favorite.
Yeah, like another thing going into this. Like I said, I thought this was all about music to begin with, because that's
You're like,
because
"Oh,
that's all
there goes that aspect."
because that's all I ever saw about it. So as soon as that happened, I was like, "Well, fuck, I guess." I'll keep watching. I like it, but I mean,
Just threw
yeah,
your fucking phone and stopped watching it right then and there. Actually, one of the things that they did, I think, like for promotion of this, is they actually like launched a tour with all the actual like the real life members of the band, and they did some pretty cool concerts. Like there's actually some really cool videos of that. And then that's how I found out like about the album and
And now you listen to it every single day.
every single day. It's the only thing that keeps me motivated,
It's the only thing that makes you feel like a human.
like a young girl.
Like a young girl.
Yeah, and a lot of animes do that, don't they?
Make you feel like a young girl?
No, no. I meant like they create a fictional band, but it's actual musicians, and then they go on tour, and then it's like they end it.
Well, there's some that like I've seen that like they don't do anything with it. Like they'll make a band and then like they'll do like a couple of songs or something like that. Like did you ever see the disappearance of the Melancholy of Haruhi?
I know.
I have not seen it.
Like
but
there,
it's on
like
the
there
list.
was, I think there was like one episode where they made a band and they actually played a song and it was a really cool song. And then like that was it. You never heard anything about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually I forgot what brought it up, but I see that band everywhere. And then one day I was like looking into it and I heard the song and I was like, whoa, that's pretty great. I can't wait to watch this.
Yeah.
But now you're telling me that it's just like a one and done kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the bands that I know that is fictional, but like they pop up every once in a while. I forget the name. I don't even know.
Mongoloid
No,
Chop Squad.
Cowboy Bebop.
Tank.
What?
Tank.
Mm,
Or
No.
not the ones that do the intro.
not the ones
Or
that do the intro. It's
Then I don't know.
Yoko Kanno made a band. I don't know if it was the start of Cowboy Bebop or not, but whenever she does music for other animes, she sort of revives them, and then you don't hear from them anymore, and then she picks them back up. So I don't know if it's an actual jam. Yeah, the Seatbelts. There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're a real band or not, but I had heard their music, and they're pretty good. But and I've seen that they did tours before, but I don't know if they're a real band or not, or they're just created by the musicians.
I think the lesson here is that Japanese really know how to do music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't been as disappointed with most of their music as I have been with most of our music. But then again, I've only been exposed to a certain amount.
The one in anime.
The one anime. And I mean, back in the day, in the days of LimeWire, when I had dial-up internet, albeit I was like 16 or 17, and I know that fast internet was already available at that time, but my parents didn't want to give it to me, and we couldn't afford it, so that was all we had.
I think I had dial-up until I was like a freshman or a sophomore in high school.
Yeah,
Shut up,
me about the same.
We still had dial-up until I went to college.
Dude, I didn't like.
Juan still has dial-up at home.
He's recording on dial-up right now. We're just editing his voice in. Isn't that right, Juan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. But in my search through the vast cesspool that is LimeWire, I would like look up Japanese bands because at that point I wasn't like into anime. I had just watched, regular bullshit like Dragon Ball Z and all that other stuff, and would just look up, hey, what are some like Japanese bands, or like what are some bands from Europe or Paris or fucking Spain and shit. And I like the stuff that I came up with was mostly like what's the word I'm
Pop
looking for?
rock.
No. Like it was basically glam rock / metal. Like when that was going on in Japan for a little bit. Yeah, and I liked a lot of the music that was
happened over here.
a decade. No, like 2 decades after it happened over here.
2 decades.
And then I would watch their music videos and be like, why is that girl going into that restroom and peeing stuff? Oh,
that's a guy.
It's a man. It's a pretty man.
And then Nuny realized how much he loved Japanese glam.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Back to the anime.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, what was y'all's least favorite?
All of it. I fucking hated it.
Least favorite.
Least favorite
Least
what?
favorite character.
The president, the second president, whatever the fuck his name. Now I think is his name.
Fucking crybaby boy McGee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Fucking
when he
I want
came
my
out.
father's appreciation. Fuck.
Yeah, when he came out, he was initially like created as a character that you were supposed to hate, I guess, because he was like an antagonist.
Yeah.
But then he just turned into a little bitch anyway. So it was just like I still hate him.
Dude, he's like he started off so strong. Like the arc that where they get to him after they after they fuck up everything with the first girl and he becomes a student council person. I thought it was like the coolest shit. Like this guy's just beating the fuck out of these fucking NPCs and creating a gigantic bloodbath. And I was like, oh shit, I can't wait to see where this goes. And then it goes there, and I was fairly disappointed by that.
He just
But
starts crying.
he's just a little bitch like the rest of us.
Yeah,
All he needed was love.
Yeah, I think he was my least favorite, but I kind of like everyone on equal level except for TK. He's up
TK is
there.
a step above.
Yeah, TK is just wow. Let's dance. Yeah.
and in every scene that he's in, he's just always dancing. He's never just standing there. And
Yeah.
he's great.
I just love like you can see like what he's just like randomly doing in the background, and you can hear him like barely like muttering just random nonsense in the background. Like
He
I
reminded
think it was. Did you guys watch the OVAs?
Yeah.
I did not.
Did not. What? Well, there was this one part in the OVA to where they were asking him whether or not he wanted to go basically gorge on all the cafeteria food with them, and his response was "sexy 6 beat, yeah." And then he just kept dancing.
That's what he says
They
in
were
English
like,
too.
"Yeah."
He's like, yes.
A character that I didn't hate, I didn't like, like Juan said, for the most part, I feel like everybody's on the same level. But I feel like this guy, I thought he was going to play like a bigger part in everything. Was Noda, the guy with the purple hair guy with like the staff with the axe and the pointy thing.
Yeah, the halberd thing.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I thought he was going to be a much bigger part than he was.
They didn't really like touch on him too much. Like he seemed like just kind of like the fucking idiotic muscle oaf guy that was just kind of like I don't know. He was kind of there to create tension between the main character. It seems like at the beginning.
I thought there was going to be like a thing where he's like, I love Yuri, blah, 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 blah. And, that never happened.
Yeah, I really thought that too. But, he's not important.
He's not important. He disappeared in 3 days. So he's all right. And then another thing. When, towards the end also, when all that shit was going down and like everything... when she stumbled onto that base and that guy started explaining everything.
Yeah.
I thought that all of this was gonna lead to that like geeky guy that kept saying, call me Christ.
Call me Christ.
Yeah, call me Christ. Like I was like, oh shit, they're gonna fucking reveal this guy to be, he think that he's a fucking second coming and he's trying to do all this. Oh, and he's good with computers and blah blah blah. But no. But I mean, I'm also glad that didn't happen. So good on them.
I noticed too that there was like a lot of just side characters that like they didn't really explain too much. Like the other members of the band, I don't know. There was like that blonde girl that like I don't really ever remember seeing much of her.
Well, Mando, you see, she played guitar, and she played guitar. And she played guitar.
And she tripped one of the guys when they were trying to stop Iwasawa from playing.
Did that happen? Oh, yeah, that did happen.
Yeah. And that's all I remember. It was just, I kind of wanted to know a little bit more about them. That was again going back to the whole, oh, I'm really interested in music like you were. But,
and then the music was like it was a backbone of this anime. Kinda. in the way that it's really good, but also it didn't matter at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except for when they were getting meal tickets.
Except for when they were getting meal tickets, and that kind of didn't matter because they kind of didn't really need to eat. But I guess it sucks.
I
To
didn't really
starve.
understand that. Like, why couldn't they just buy them themselves?
Because you see, Mando,
Or
they're
was it maybe
rebels.
just? I guess it maybe was just to create more disruption or
Probably.
fuck the
Yeah.
NPCs.
Yeah, fuck the NPCs. I rule this world.
Yeah, one of the concepts about the NPCs and all that, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good because, or it was. I liked the idea, but it was kind of random because they're in purgatory. So it kind of reminded me like it was computer generated, but not. Because towards the
Yeah.
end, again, there was computers. There's a software that controls all this, and I don't know. It was kind of weird. I thought that they were gonna do like this major plot twist where they weren't actually dead or something, but I'm glad that it still kept the purgatory concept just with computers.
I loved the idea that all of these people used to be somebody that came into purgatory, and then through getting swallowed up by
Yeah,
the shadow things became an NPC.
Yeah,
I thought that was amazing. I was like, so all of these fucks are just fucking fucks that got fucked.
Forever.
That fucking sucks. I love it. I love that idea.
One of the reasons that I was asking about the OVAs too was because the first OVA was actually one of my favorite episodes, probably my. So for you, Nuny, it's basically like in the middle of the whole series, like where everyone's still like pretty much there, and their whole concept of it is basically they're trying to create tension within themselves, and so they're just like doing like absolutely ridiculous things to like try to create disruption and all. And so I was really hoping that they would kind of fuck around with the NPCs a little bit more in that episode, but overall it was still really good. It was just basically like it would kind of like keep track of like what they were doing with a little meter on the side and everything would give you a number. It's really hilarious. You should really check it out.
I'll check it out. I mean, I liked it enough to watch the OVAs and all that other shit.
Mm-hmm.
I really, I liked the actual ending, like the last like 5 or 6 minutes of the anime. I thought when I finished episode 12, I thought, man, it'd be great if they just ended it here and kind of left us at a cliffhanger and make us like interpret all of this. And then the 13th episode started, and all that stuff happened, and it kept going. And while I was watching that, I was like, man, this fucking sucks. I wish they would have just ended it on episode 12. Why did they even do this episode? And then the last bit happened, and I was like, okay, yeah, I like this.
And then the cycle continues.
What I kind of didn't really get though was like the very 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 ending part where he just kind of crosses like crosses in front of kind of there, and he just goes back. Like I don't know. I guess it was just like another.
They were
life,
reincarnated,
Mondo.
Yeah.
And then they ran into each other, and she was like, "Doody doody doo," this song, and he was like, "Wait, I've heard this song before. You there?
I love you. Yeah, I don't know. Like it was cool to kind of give a little bit of closure, because if it had ended with him just like crying by himself, it would have sucked.
I thought the closure was at the ending of the anime, like the actual like ending, where the musical ending, where they start showing everybody disappearing one by one, and they disappear in the order that they disappeared in, kind of.
Oh yeah.
And then the last two are what's her face and what's its face.
Tanashi and Kanade?
Yeah, Tanashi and Kanada. And then she disappears. And at first I thought they were gonna, just leave him there by himself. And I was gonna be like, oh my god, this is the saddest thing ever. And then he disappeared, and that gave me closure. So I was pretty happy. I was like, oh, thank God he vanished.
Seconds back there. Yeah, like I don't know, if you think about it, and if he would have really been stuck there, it would have really sucked for him. He's basically
Yeah, he would have been the person that they explained like created the
Yeah,
program to make people into NPCs and shit.
yeah, because he'd go crazy. That was the whole point of creating that software.
Yeah, because I think they said that the person that did it was in pretty much a similar predicament where the person that they loved disappeared and he was stuck there forever.
I
Right?
thought it was the other way around. I thought it was he was waiting for someone.
Was he?
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I really don't remember. But it's the same predicament.
Similar predicament.
Yeah, and he
Close
just
enough.
basically went insane and he turned himself into an NPC. My favorite episode has to be one of the OVAs.
The Hell's Kitchen. There's only 2.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
That was pretty funny too. Are you gonna explain it or?
Well,
no, Mando, no. It's just his favorite.
Yeah, well, I
That's
don't
it.
I don't know if I want to explain it or not because Nuny hasn't watched it, but since
It
Nuny's gonna watch it, I
doesn't
guess
matter.
I'll explain it. I kind of like it because it was a sort of a battle royale type of scenario or Hunger Games type of scenario, where basically they're just trying to kill each other to turn into a demon, and each person asked one of the clubs to help them out. Like TK asked the manga club to help him out, and so like
How did he ask?
I
How
don't know.
did he ask?
I really don't know because when he was saving someone, because when he caught on fire, he's like, "She's waiting for you at the airport." I'm like, "What the fuck?" yeah,
Wait,
he's
did
like,
you watch it out in English though?
no, I watched it in Japanese because I didn't find the English one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's what the sub said. He's like, "She's waiting for you at the airport." I'm like, "What does that even mean?" And then when he's about to die, he's like, "Be careful with the manga club," and he just dies. And then two people died by the synchronized swimming club, and that was my favorite because fucking synchronized swimmers, they just drown them.
Probably another of my favorites too was the baseball episode. Basically
which one?
when it was the one where Otanoshi is going around.
Oh yeah,
Hinata, I think is his name. They're going around trying to recruit people into the
that
baseball team. Yeah, and so like one of them was just like, "Oh, well, I can't recruit anyone, so I'm gonna go try to recruit TK. That guy's gonna go along with me." And then as soon as they get to TK, he's just like, "Oh right," and then he's like shaking hands with some other guy. And then I forgot what the big guy's name was too. But he's like bragging about how like they're breast brothers or something like that, and he's like, "Oh, and that's embarrassing to say." And then he goes up to him and he's like, "Oh yeah, this guy's giving me his tofu tickets or his udon tickets," and so I had no reason to say no. And then Otonoshi just like makes fun of him. He's just like, yeah, this was you earlier. We're breast brothers."
yeah. It wasn't the guy's name Masashiro the Fifth.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't remember all of
He
their
got
names.
he got skinny towards
He
the
got
end.
skinny.
Like goddamn, he was only out in the forest for like a day.
I think there was a point where I think he was in the forest since they went fishing.
Oh, is it?
Just like that. I think so. I think that's what happened.
Well,
'Cause I don't
that
remember ever
happened
seeing
before
him.
the baseball episode, though. And wasn't he already in the forest?
Yeah,
The fishing?
He would
The,
practice in the forest.
fishing happened after the baseball episode, and then in the baseball episode, he was already in the forest.
No, he always goes to the forest to
Oh,
like
well,
train and shit. But I don't remember him ever coming back after the fishy episode.
No, that's true.
But then again, I don't really remember the order of the episodes for the most part.
Just a
Well,
blur.
whatever. It's just one big blur. I kind of felt that the romance it wasn't forced, but I feel like it was rushed.
It
And
was.
I understand it because it's only like 12 episodes,
It
and
was.
you can only do so much.
Yeah, and I felt like it was kind of underdeveloped towards the end.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't like one of the main aspects of it, and I think that's kind of why it was just like, oh, like this is an extra tidbits.
Yeah.
I still liked it and whatnot. It still made me, it still
Aw.
made me feel. So,
Ah,
so I was like, you know
feels.
what? I could get over this as long as I feel like a person, and I could cry again.
Yeah, talking about feels, one of like the worst parts that got to me was when they were going through like Otonoshi's past and like basically explaining how he died.
And
Yeah.
how he's the
And
best guy ever.
yeah, and how he was just like lying on the ground and like he registered himself as an organ donor and everyone else does, and then they're
Yeah.
just like, "Oh man, you are the best person ever." And then they fucking dig the tunnel out right after
And
he
everybody
died.
escapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, man, that's so shitty.
That's irony.
Yeah.
Um, I
So overall, no, go ahead, one.
I was gonna point something out too. I kind of like the animations when they do the concerts,
The drumming.
the drumming and the guitaring and the
Yeah, like that's actually really spot on. One of like my main complaints about just
Most
cartoons
music
in
anime.
general, just cartoons in general, like it could be whether it be anime or whether it be anything else, it's like when they play their instruments, they
Nobody
fucking
does
look
anything.
stupid as fuck. Yeah. There's been a few anime that do it really well. The
Metalocalypse.
yeah,
The best
well,
anime.
that's not sure.
The best anime.
Haruhi did it pretty okay in that one episode. And Kaon does it pretty well too. They actually do.
I think Beck is fairly spot on.
I haven't
At
seen
least with
Beck.
the guitar. Oh, we'll watch it eventually if it falls on this list.
Hmm.
5 minutes later, hey, look, it's Beck.
Hey,
Fuck.
look, it's Beck. Oh shit. We were just talking about that.
I
Just
know.
like we were just talking about this other anime.
Hmm.
What a coincidence. It's almost like it's predetermined,
Hmm.
Mondo.
Yeah, I just pushed the little button and do the doot.
Yeah.
Overall, what would you guys rate this?
Um,
From
one
one
to
angel
five
beat to
mango.
5. Yeah, 1 mango to 5 angel beats.
I give it 4 mango beats. Yeah, definitely 4 mango beats.
4 mango beats per minute.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's definitely one of my favorites. Just kind of like the development of like the characters and just overall, I felt like it was a really good show to watch in general, just because it did keep me interested for the most part and had pretty much like every aspect of anime that I like in general.
It
Like
had cute girls. It had
yeah,
good
cute girls,
cleavage. It had everything. It had music. You
music,
love music.
drama. Yeah,
Uh,
it's really good.
yeah, I also give it a 4 only because
I gave
there
it a 4.
was no, it's because fine, I'll give it a 4.5.
Nah,
It's
fuck you, Juan. Give it a 3.5.
no,
4.3.6.
but no, I stay with a 4 because I like the characters. The characters were arranged. There were cute girls, but it wasn't squeaky voiced cute girls.
What are you talking
Obviously,
about?
it
They had
wasn't to your
Yui.
cup of tea.
Yeah, well, it was one, but yeah, that's what kind of annoys me. If it's like more than one, and it's cute squeaky voices aren't my thing, but I kind of like the range of characters, and everyone had aspirations. Everyone had what was it, like different ways that they needed to pass on, to get out of that purgatory. So I really like everything. I like the whole storytelling telling and everything.
What did you think
There,
about it, Nooney?
there wasn't enough trannies in here for me to enjoy it, so I give it a 2. I'll give it a 4 also. I much like Juan said, I want to give it a 4.5, but I feel it's not worthy.
Had
Every-
you asked me this when I initially watched this, I would have probably given it a 4.5 or even a 5.
You would have given it a 5. You loved it.
Possibly. I mean, I definitely did love it the first time, and maybe that's why I'm not giving it such a higher score now, is because I had already seen it, and so I had already like gone into this a little bit I guess predetermined to what it was going to be about. But when I first watched it, I would have definitely given it a higher score, I think.
I enjoyed almost everything about it. There were like some like low points where it didn't slow down, but it kind of lost me for a little bit.
Like the fishing episode.
Like the fishing episode.
I kind of just skipped over that one when I watched it this time around. I was like,
Yeah.
I
And
hate fishing.
you know, like I explained earlier, the romance is somewhat rushed and whatnot and all that stuff that I already said. But it's still pretty good. It's not the most dramatic thing that I've seen, and not from you particularly, but from other people. Like whenever I say, I kind of want to watch something that'll make me sad or whatever, they're like, "Oh, watch Angel Beats. Oh, you're gonna cry so fucking much." Blah blah. And it might have just been because it was overhyped for me in that aspect, not the other ones. But I feel like it was like decent enough to where it deserves the 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mando, get the magical wheels ready.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So heavy. Did we decide on?
Oh wait,
what the range is gonna be for the numbers and whatnot and everything on that
momento,
list?
por favor, señor. Do it from 29 to where the fuck does it end? 114. Goddamn.
29 to 114.
Yeah. We'll see what we find. Spin the magic wheel, Mando.
I'm spinning it. I think I spun it too hard.
God damn it.
88.
It is rigged. Which one?
88.
88.
What is 88?
So that is Mondo's. I think you've watched this. Seitokai Jakuin Domo.
What the fuck did you call me?
You heard me, you fucking bitch.
What
are you gonna do
What's
about
the
it?
English name for it? I don't know if I have seen that. Just by
I don't think there is an English name.
Seito what?
Seitokai Yakui Domo. I'll link it to you.
Yeah, I've definitely never seen it.
I feel like this might actually be the. No, never mind. I thought it was a sequel to something, but no. It's something that I've been wanting to watch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen it though.
I have seen this. Wait, I think. Proximity. I feel like I've seen this.
I mean, I've seen the girls.
I may not have seen this. I really wish.
Whatever.
I really wish
Now
I knew
you're
what it
gonna
was from the
see it.
title.
Now you're gonna see it.
Wait, I don't even know if I'm looking at the right one. Seitokai Yakuin Domo?
Yeah.
Yakuin Domo? I don't know. Apparently the tags say parody, school life, sexual content. So that sounds like something I'd be interested in.
It sounds like everything you're interested in. But that'll come out on, let's see, so we can have an actual thing. November 6th.
No,
That'll
I
be the
definitely
next-
have not seen this.
Okay. It's a new experience for everybody.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh,
We'll see
wait,
who else.
Maybe I have seen it. Shit, I really don't know. I keep looking at the MC and I'm like thinking that
I
I've
love
seen
her,
it before.
but I don't know why.
No, the guy.
Oh, I love him, but I don't know why.
I guess we'll find out, and I'll let you know in the next episode.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see who we get next time. I'm pretty sure either Danny or Alan are one of the people that told me to watch this. So I already asked Danny if he wanted to be in the next episode, so he's probably going to join us. And we'll see if Mike comes back. It'll be a cliffhanger
Mike.
until then. Stupid Mike. You look bad. Stupid face. Alright, and as always, if you have any recommendations, you could send it to us on mbtpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to see the list, it'll be linked in the description to this video. No. To this podcast.
Wait a minute.
Well, you see, I was thinking about putting it on.
Shouldn't be on video when I'm doing these.
Yeah.
They're gonna
I was
find out
naked.
about the wheel, Nuny.
Oh no! Nobody's ever gonna find out about the wheel. We'll actually make a wheel the next time. Somebody ever comes and asks about the wheel. But it was good talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good talking to you guys. And we'll see you when we see you. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
And outro. Boo-boo-boo-boo-boo.